This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to Ypsilanti, Michigan, home to the Eastern Michigan Eagles. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Bowling Green Falcons, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Eastern Michigan Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Eastern Michigan ready to kick it off and get this game going. He'll return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Bowling Green Falcons offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And you can tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out firing on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
Oh, he's got some space. Gets it past the marker. Shoved out of bounds right at the 35-yard line in the running game, getting the job done.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
The Falcons want to move quickly.
Gain of 2. Brings up second down.
From the gun, the ground game. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Dropping back, it's Middleton. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
How about this defense coming out the gates, first drive, getting to the quarterback. They wanted to affect the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. Already 2 sacks on this first drive.
Catches it cleanly at the 20. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense will go to work for the first time. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
He's got him. Got it across the 35 to the 36, but the defense knew that line to defend, and they forced a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it up. Hauls it in, the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Eagles will snap it on 1st and 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Caught in the backfield, it's Callaway. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
The give to the back. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Working that left side now. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
At the 16-yard line. Second down coming up.
And the Eagles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And they will score! Touchdown, Eastern Michigan! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
He'll bring it out. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Trying to tackle this guy's a business decision as he gets it up to the 29. And the Falcons racing to the line in the hurry-up.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
Looking for a man, it's Middleton. All kinds of time to survey the field, and he'll let it go to the left. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the... There he goes! Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. The Falcons are on the move. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Throw to the end zone, picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a 3rd down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced the big interception.
Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Hauls it in. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the catch.
Eastern Michigan has it and a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, it's marked. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
To the air on second down. He's got his man. Breaks into the open. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Eagles!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got a first down here to open the period. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. And the Falcons want to pick up the tempo.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Ooh, I don't know, guys. Did he hear footsteps running over the middle of the field where all those defenders are lurking? I think that might have got in his head, and that might have been a reason why he dropped it.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Falcons line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. They go to the ground. Turning it on. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Now, a fourth down.
They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra.
Found the seam on the left. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 and the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Gonna look downfield again. Rushes on him. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
Gonna swing it on second down. Unleashes to the end zone. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there. So given where the line of scrimmage was on that last play, the pass interference penalty in the end zone will put the ball at the 2. And the offense grateful for that penalty if they can just move it one more yard to get it in. Barrels ahead. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Eagles! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside the ACC today. Boston College showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense. The field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Off the play fake on first down. Parks it out of the air. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. And the Falcons want to crank the tempo.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Snatches it on the run. White. Playing to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And, man, it has got to be so rewarding as an offensive coordinator when your play call perfectly counters the defense's call. And that's exactly what we saw there. That play targeted the coverage's biggest weak spot, and it led to a wide-open receiver.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. These last 2 plays have just made you go, what are you doing? Third, picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but one. Play by this defense to get the football.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
And he works his way forward and finally down at the 15.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Eagles can really attack on this 2nd and short. Using his legs, it's Tompkins. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Wants to throw on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Quarterback making a... Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Using the quick game. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. And the Eagles have it with a 1st and 10. To the air. It's Horn. Got his man quickly. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. Just keep slinging it. It's caught. At the 45 on its way. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Now it's a 1st down from the 43-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Eagle. Second and short to keep this drive moving. Might be changing the route. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Long drive continues as the working the ball down the field. Back to pass, it's Horn. Starting to feel a little pressure. Chunked it away just as he was hit. Had nowhere to go with that one. Had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Never a doubt. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Give to the back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Tough to beat a good half of football in a great town like Ypsilanti. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. And just like that, let's send it back to the guys inside the factory.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Falcons will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Tompkins. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Got his man downfield.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on third down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a third down like that, that is just a gut punch.
They'll try to pop the draw. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends. This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance.
Oh, he's got some space. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Really nice job on the scramble that time. He saw an opening. He went out and got the first down with his legs. He's killing this defense right now. Throwing it. He's now doing it running as well. Anything this guy wants to do is working.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Got it back on second and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Indiana is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard, and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 4 over Notre Dame. Any big developments in this one? We've covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Scanning the field, it's Middleton. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Got a little space. Got the first down and still on his feet.
Well, I don't know what the saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
By the receiver. A pickup of 8. Second down coming up.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Looking downfield on first down. Quick strike complete. And the Falcons with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, he'll throw it. He's got it. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
All right, for this offensive line now, you've got to gear up. You've got to really start to hone in, understand that if start playing better and you don't start giving this quarterback time, trailing in the second half, needing to throw, you're not going to have a chance.
to throw. It's Middleton. He's got him this time.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
They'll send the tight end in motion. He's looking to throw. Bringing the heat. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Number 15, set to kick it off.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Leaves it with the running back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run. Back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And the rush will get to him at 5.
Great anticipation by the defense here. This offense has shown in recent games, 3rd and 1 short yardage situations, they'll try to fool you. They'll try to throw the football. Defense not caught off guard. They dial up the blitz and they get the sack.
Throws to the wideout. Drop the football and they'll... And over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Great place to start for this offense. Back to throw, it's Middleton. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Get it out on the screen. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this third quarter in style. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. He's got it on the run. Big fella fighting for every inch, but he will not get there, and it'll be 4th down. That leaves him with a tough 4th down situation. You'd love to just chip into the lead, but at this point, a touchdown's what you're at.
And I think it just clears up the decision-making later in the game. But I think you stay aggressive here. You try to get the touchdown. You're not going to have very many opportunities like this left in this ball game in the 4th quarter.
He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this. As they try to salt this one away. They'll try the run. Knocked down after a pickup of 3 to the 12.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand.
Lost one deep down the right side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally. Looking downfield, it's Horn. Sets up the screen. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially.
Looking for the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Eagles. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4 and 1.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Line getting set on second down. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give him.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Falcons will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Here's the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking downfield, it's Horn. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field. They just didn't have it there.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And it's swatted away. It's a on downs.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Falcons come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Bully ball on 3rd and short. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
He wants it all. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while. And the Eagles are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. They'll move the tight end. They want that clock to run. Gives them a little more breathing room, a 3-yard gain out to the 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll give it to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And would they dare be aggressive on third down this deep in their own territory? Back to throw, it's Horn. Makes the catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior shows some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he makes the catch. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here at the end of the game.
Really nice job to get him past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. Eastern Michigan has it and a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Wants to throw it. He's got it. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this.
There he goes. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Hey, man, I played with Tiki Barber and the Giants, Frank Gore and the 49ers, LaDainian Tomlinson in the Senior Bowl. These guys wanted to catch passes in our offense. Even though they knew sometimes they were the third or fourth read in the progression, they were hoping I was going to throw them a football. And it is so nice as a quarterback to know that you've got running backs like that want to be involved in the passing game.
Trying to burn this defensive back. He's got it. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Horn. Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard. But you're still seeing this defense compete. And on 3rd and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page, get the incompletion. That's something positive that their coaching staff can point to when they review the film.
Sends it downfield. Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on 1st down. Under fire. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.